Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Zumar that He takes the souls at the time of their death and those that do not die during their sleep. So when we lie down, when people die, when the human dies, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that takes the soul. We know that. But when we go to sleep, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also takes our soul. And we sometimes forget that. We lie down expecting that I'm going to wake up in the morning, expecting that my alarm will wake me up when it's time for me to get up. We lie down thinking that I have another day, I have another chance. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the souls with Him, and then He keeps those souls for which He has decreed death and releases the others for a specified term. So when I go to sleep, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has my soul with Him, and He chooses to put it back or not. Indeed, in that is a sign for people who give thought. When we go to sleep, what are we doing when we sleep? Are we on our phones? Are we scrolling through social media? Are we doing other things? Shouldn't we be doing other things when we are lying down to sleep? Shouldn't we be remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when potentially that may be the last time that we close our eyes? He is able to do whatever He wants to with His judgment, with His wisdom, in the way that He finds fitting, but we may not understand. And so He withholds when it is good, and He gives when it is good. He withholds when it's necessary for somebody to take a break maybe, and He opens when people have learned their lesson and have opened and come out. Anas bin Malik radiallahu anhu said that the Prophet ﷺ said, great rewards come with great trials. Great rewards come with great trials. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves a people, He tests them. And whoever accepts it and attains His pleasure, whereas whoever shows discontent with it incurs His wrath. So when we are being tested, we want to look at ourselves and try to gain the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and try to seek a stronger relationship with Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that when we come out of this difficulty, we are in a better position. The feeling of discontent that we have when we are in those situations is sometimes due to our own priorities. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put me into this situation. I'm not ready for it. I'm not prepared for it. This is not what I wanted, is our reaction. But Allah's not looking at what I want. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is wise and able and powerful. Maybe I don't know what's best for me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala certainly knows what's best for me. And so when He puts us in these situations are coming from Him. And we need to wake up and we need to understand why we may be in this situation. It may hurt. And some of us decide to keep that hurt there. And we decide to use that hurt against other people. It may feel difficult. And some of us choose to live in that difficulty and make it even more difficult for ourselves. The solution, one of the best solutions, and the Prophet, as we mentioned earlier, what the Prophet ﷺ said, is to, in these situations, seek the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do what is necessary. Maybe it's as simple as astaghfar. Maybe it's as simple as reflecting on our lives and making tawbah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah forgives us. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-kabir, right? Just like a headache tells us that we may not have slept well last night, or a stomachache tells us that we may have eaten the wrong food. This contraction should tell us to reflect upon what the cause of that contraction may have been. There is almost always a root cause, and that root cause is usually within ourselves. And the only one that can get rid of this discomfort of the contraction, one of the ways is to deal with that cause. And many, many times that cause is our broken relationship or our relationship that's spoiling with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But also remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-kabir. And He is the one that's able to remove these contractions and able to remove these difficulties from us and bring us to a state where we can be grateful to Him. The Prophet ﷺ said, no misfortune or disease befalls a Muslim. No worry or grief or harm or distress, not even a thorn that pricks him, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives for him some sin or from that. Not even a prick of a thorn, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forgiving sins from our record.